Let me start. Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it. Here we are again with the one and only Miss Sarah Fraser.
Oh my God, David, I love you. Only this time I have COVID. I'm glad we're virtual, honey. I don't want to give you COVID.
Well, okay, first of all, I've already had it. And second of all, you're now in Los Angeles, honey, city of angels and dreams and everything.
David, you have to get here. I'm telling you, you and I would fit in so well here. I mean, that's why I moved here. The other day, I'm walking around the neighborhood with my son, and there is like a 1978 Ranchero abandoned in Beverly Hills, filled with stuffed animals sitting in lawn chairs. Only in LA, honey. Only in LA.
First of all, I love stuffed animals. So listen, when you're over the COVID, we're going to go have lunch at Craig's. I'm going to come. Lala was just at Craig's with like Josh Flagg. We'll like do a little Craig's visit.
I tell you this, I do know a guy who owns a really beautiful recording studio in Sherman Oaks. And I'm almost wondering if we could it's kind of an intimate space, but I'm almost wondering if we should do a meetup with just like 25 or 30, like sell tickets, like 30 people. It's probably not big enough though, because we need like a bigger space because we're going to have a guest.
I told you I have some, we'll get like an OC housewife. I'll call in a favor.
But I think we need like 100 seats. Don't you think we need like 100-seat place because we're going to be able to sell tickets?
Really? I don't know. Do people really put their money where their mouth is? I feel they don't.
Okay, maybe 50 seats, but I do think we could fill a 50 room. I do.
For everyone listening to me and Sarah, reach out to each of us independently. Will you show up at our in-person recording in Los Angeles? It will be in Los Angeles. Is anyone going to come to this? I'm ready for it. Well,
Okay,
listen, you're back. Okay, let's talk. We got a lot to talk about. Is there anything to talk about other than Salt Lake City?
We have to start. I have 1,000 questions for you on this Jennie Nguyen drama. 1,000.
Well, let's hope I can answer it because listen, I mean, first of all, Salt Lake had its high, and some idiot is like was trying to show me up because I've been talking about housewife ratings slipping and blah blah. Don't fucking try to show me up, okay? Like everything I say I can change within a minute. This is Housewives. Beverly Hills had a great season, and Salt Lake, although the ratings are still not great for Salt Lake, they just had blockbuster. They had the highest ratings ever of the like episode where Jen Shaw got physical with Lisa Barlow, or you could say Lisa got physical with Jen. Let's say it both ways, everybody. That's right.
I mean, I would think this solidifies their ratings because who has the highest ratings in the franchise now? Beverly Hills, right? So
now, but let's see where it comes back to. But for 2021, yes.
I think they are going to have the highest ratings. I think it will be neck and neck. I don't think Atlanta has the cachet. I'm sorry, but without NeNe, I'm just not as interested. I love Kandi. I know we're going to talk about her new show later on. But for me, OC, I mean, every week that goes by, it's just something new and something. I mean, you can't even make this stuff up.
Salt Lake is so... Listen, I mean,
Salt Lake is so good. Okay, where do you want to begin? Because I'm also, I came after Mary Cosby the last time we talked really hard. And, she is now beloved after doing this Twitter space, which I don't get. I do not get the internet. Like, and I don't get the internet with this whole Jennie thing. Like, okay, a couple of weeks ago, everybody was after Mary for the comment about Jennie's eyes. And now it's like Jennie, I mean, yes, what she posted, her apology was terrible. It was poorly done. What she posted was awful. It was racist. It was, it was ignorant and what unfortunately of some people in this country believe, right? But David, were you shocked? Like they all unfollowed her. I mean, I'm talking Lisa Barlow gone. Heather unfollowed her. Jen, I mean, is anyone else like, they turned on her ass real quick.
What is the internet saying about Mary? Because I know there are sirens in New York City. Sorry, everybody. But what is the internet saying about Mary? Why are they loving her now? Because I'm not.
Mary did a Twitter space, I'm going to say a week ago, right?
Like a town hall, like let me speak to everyone.
Well, Twitter space is essentially the competitor to Clubhouse. You and I know what Clubhouse is like. So it's this like audio forum, right? So she jumps on and starts answering questions. I think it was a part of a panel or whatever. Anyway, she comes on, she starts answering questions. She essentially says she did not participate in the reunion because it was all lies. And she wasn't going to show up and be a part of this. And she knew they were all going to be coming for her. To me, and then people were like, good for you, Mary. And then she essentially said she's a huge NeNe fan, all this stuff. And people like loved that. And now everyone was like, I love Mary Cosby. I ride for her. I'm like, wait a minute. This woman essentially gaslit you all by saying like, oh, they lie about me. So I'm not going to share my truth on a 4-part reunion, which I'm being paid to do. And people all think that's great. I'm like, what?
So do they love her though, like to her face for the moment? And or are they still, you know what I mean? Like, because when you're face to face, like, notice me, everyone loves everyone in my experience when I look at these comments that people leave for people. Was it like that, or they still are loving Mary? Listen, there's a lot of questions out there. I'm not saying two wrongs don't make a right, but there's a lot of chatter of like, is this a double standard that like everyone's coming so hard for Jennie? And I mean, is anyone coming hard for Mary anymore? Like, I agree.
No, I don't think anyone is coming hard for Mary anymore. Which is fascinating to me. I think it just shows you how fast the news cycle is. Like people are already moved on. The thing that gives me a little bit of pause with this whole Jennie thing is I kind of take it that maybe these women, maybe Jennie's like not a very nice person, because they all seem really quick to put out statements. They all seem to like, a lot of them unfollowed her. I don't even know. I know Mary unfollowed her, Lisa unfollowed her, Heather unfollowed her.
Meredith absolutely unfollowed her.
So I guess I'm just
or is it like we're so tied to Housewives and the money and the fame that like, you know, we didn't know that Mary was not going to be back. She's like a major Salt Lake housewife and Jennie's our little throwaway housewife. So we're all going to turn our back on her. Is that it?
Here you go. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good theory.
I mean, she had one season. She grew on me during the season, but she didn't have like a breakout. She's not, you know, Erica Jane that we're not firing, Lisa Rinna, Dubrow. I mean, is Jennie just like just throwaway, like now I could be pro BLM? And I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying like, is it that hierarchy? An opportunity?
Like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe. I just was shocked that none of them had anything, you know. I would have thought them saying like, look, what she said was disgusting. We are, you know, I don't endorse this. I want no part of it. You know, this was so racist and ignorant, but Jennie is a good person at heart. I hope she learns from this, because this is my other thing to like our audience, right? That I'd be curious about. So Jennie had deleted this Facebook page, right? And these posts that were posted in 2020. So to me, she obviously knew she was either